Hey, y'all ain't subscribed yet?
Man, like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button right now.
You got a question?
Come
up, I can't hear.
Aren't those the old commandments? And then it's like
The commandments don't change.
That's right.
All right, give me the book of Matthew 22 and 38, 36. Let me show you something about the commandments. Okay? Because now you can't all of a sudden kill now. You can't all of a sudden rape somebody. The commandments stand. All right? Let me show you something. Let me explain something to you and see if you can understand it. Read.
Matthew chapter 22 and verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law?
Which is the great commandment in the law? He's going to explain it. Read.
Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment.
That's the first and great commandment. All right. Now, that first and great commandment falls under what? All right, there's sub-branches. All right, go to Exodus. Let me show you the sub-branches of this great commandment. It says what? We should do what? What is the first and great commandment? We should do what? Okay, here. All right, now, let's read. I want you to check this out because you listen.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2.
This is the part of the Ten Commandments. Read.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
This falls under that great commandment. No other God before him. What that falls under? No idolatry. All right, let's keep reading.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Any graven images. The cross, the cobblestone, all that breaks down, right? Read.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth.
Would that not be exactly what he's talking about?
No, this is the true image of Christ. So Christ died on the cross, right? He was literally killed by a race of people, right? They're saying that this man was killed on the cross. So we're giving you the true image of Christ. We're not worshiping him. We're just saying he come from our tribe. All right, let's read. Listen, here's the next verse.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
That's all it's saying. You can't bow down and do that. That's what they do to the white man. Some places you can't even throw the cross on the ground. All right, now let's read.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Okay, so to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul, it breaks down to multiple commandments under God.
Right.
Blasphemy, using the Lord's name in vain, not keeping the Sabbath day.
Right.
All right, all of that. Now, here's another thing. Let's go back. Check this out. Here's the next greatest commandment.
Matthew chapter 22 and verse 39. And the second is like unto it.
Here's the second greatest commandment.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Who is your neighbor? Let's go Leviticus. I'm going to show you who your neighbor is, because that don't make sense, right? Let's read.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17.
Now you got to listen, brother, to get understanding, all right?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
We shall correct our neighbor, so your neighbor and your brother is the same thing, read.
And not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Your brother is what?
The children of thy people.
Your neighbor is who?
The children of thy people.
So who would be your brother and your neighbor? There you go.
Right.
It's us. That falls under the second greatest commandment.
Right.
All right, let's get another one. Let's go Leviticus 19 to 29. All right, let me show you some under another, because it refers to our people killing each other in the street, red and blue. All this goes to us. All these commandments, multiple commandments, not murdering each other. Those are the two greatest commandments. Falls under the 10 commandments, which gives a whole plethora of other commandments under God and under brother.
Right.
Read.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
We can't have boyfriend and girlfriends. Why? The Bible says marry them. Okay, do you have daughters? Do you have daughters? Okay, if you have 3 daughters, where do they go?
They're in the car, my wife.
Okay, it said not to prostitute the daughters. All right? To cause her to be a what?
To be a whore.
To be a whore. That's not literally saying we're going to take money for sex. Go to Tobit 4 and 12. There's many ways that we prostitute our young daughters and sons and cause them to be a whore.
Right.
Here's one example. All right? I'm going to show you one example that we do that. Some things that we shouldn't be doing. All this falls under the 2 greatest commandments, the commandments that we're not keeping. Okay, this is what I want you to understand. That's what I'm trying to give you the understanding out the Bible. Read.
Tobit chapter 4 and verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
So, we should give our daughters and sons to who? The people of our fathers, our race. If not, chiefly. Read it.
Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
So we should be marrying each other. Our women and men should be. If not, what is that called? Whoredom.
I call it the snow bunny.
It's whoredom. And I can give you some examples. Candace Owens. All these people that marry white people. Kanye West. All right.
Kamala Harris.
She ain't no, yeah, but they push the doctrine of the No, she's India, from East India. No, they were just raised in Jamaica, but he's actually from.
Acting like it. She's just trying to hack more into it now, but she's really not like that. But she's black for real.
No, she's not. What I'm trying to tell you.
Would you not call any mixed person African American black?
Listen. She's not Native American. She's from her father's from India, who moved to Jamaica. They're not originally from Jamaica.
Right.
That's what I'm telling you.
So in other words, she's not.
She's not.
Right.
She's from India.
Right.
Elam. That's their biblical name, Elam. All right. The white man biblical name Esau. The Chinese biblical name is Moab, and so forth. These aren't our biblical names. That's why we got to go back to our biblical names of who we are. With that comes a culture and a heritage. Now, I'm giving you laws on the brothers. Let's go back to Leviticus.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Why? Go to Hebrews 13 now. Now, we can't have boyfriend and girlfriend. We can't allow them to have that. We can't allow them to wear pants. They're supposed to wear dresses. All right? These are the commandments of God that we've been breaking. All right? Let's read.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
So what the Bible just say?
I'm sorry, go ahead. But I want to know about marriage too. And what form do they mean marriage too? When they saying marriage, what is marriage to them?
Who is them?
To the I'm sorry.
Marriage in the Bible?
Yeah, like how do you get married to somebody in the Bible?
That's a good question. How you get married? Let's finish that out and we're going to get that in total.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
All right. If you're not married, you are a whoremonger and an adulterer, and you will get judged. What are some ways that we get judged? Sexually transmitted diseases.
Right.
People sleep around and go kill you over a girl, go to prison over somebody. All these things. All right. Now, here's how we get married. Let's get that.
The book of Tobit, chapter 7 and verse 13.
All right. Check this out.
Then he called his daughter Sarah, and she came to her father, and he took her by the hand and gave her to be wife to Tobias, saying, Behold, take her after the law of Moses, and lead her away to thy father. And he blessed them. And he called Edna his wife, and took paper.
Took what?
Paper.
What you got to get? Marriage papers. Okay. What's the first stage? Betrothal. You got your father has to give his daughter away to you.
Is the paper still the same, you know?
Yes, the paper's the same.
You think so?
Because the papers,
They're married engaged now. That's what I had.
the papers, what does the papers do? Let's say you say, oh, we married, we ain't got papers. You're not literally married. Now, you got a house or something, you die, it don't go to her because you can't say, well, the papers say, oh, we're married.
Bring it out.
That's why we need papers.
Right.
The papers is a what? A form of acknowledgement, a form of insurance, you know, a form of ownership, you know, that something happened. Okay? It's like a title to your car. If I don't have the title, I can't say I ever owned it.
I'm sorry, you was on the third commandment.
I was just explaining the two greatest commandments falls under the 10 commandments, which is the first 4 is about God, right? And the next 6 is about our brother. Okay?
You said there's more than 10?
There's more than 10.
I've heard that before.
Okay.
Are they in the Bible though?
They're all in the Bible. And I gave you an example of one. We shouldn't marry the other nation. I gave you an example of another. You can't get tattoos. Example of another one is we should wear fringes. There's hundreds of commandments in the Bible. Let's read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
The Bible says shall not. That's a commandment. So our daughters should not be wearing that which pertains to man, which is what? What type of clothing that they're wearing? Pants. This did, before the 1950s, our daughters was not wearing pants. What does that do? It puts spirits on you. So it's just like if a man wear a dress, he got the spirit of a woman, right? So if a woman wear pants, the spirit of them start changing after the 50s. That's why they say, get the hell out of my house. That's why they argue back and forth with the man. They even fight the man because they got the spirit of the man now because they're wearing pants.
Right.
They all did this to do what? To break up the what? The families. What else they implement? They implement welfare. They say, okay, we're going to give you this small amount of money every month, but when we come check on you, make sure that man out the house. All right, all of this was done strategically to do what? Destroy us. Okay? We got to be aware of this. A lot of our people don't want to acknowledge what happened and want to stay in the condition they're in.
Right.
All right? But it's a new day now.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to go over the rest of the 10 commandments, but I'm just explaining you what falls under these commandments. Let's get some more. Let's go to the 4th commandment.
Exodus.
Yeah.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
So we got to remember what day? The Sabbath day. What day is the Sabbath day? Saturday, but what do they worship on? Sunday, so that's a lie. That's not a commandment of God. Let's read.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So they're saying if you own a business or anything, you got to close that business on a Sabbath day. All right? You can't work the employees. All right? You can't work on a Sabbath day. The Sabbath day is to do the Lord's work. All right? What else should we do on the Sabbath day? Exodus 35 and 5. Okay? Here's something else we shouldn't do on the Sabbath day to make the Sabbath day holy.
The book of Exodus chapter 35 and verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
Now, this fire is pertaining to food, meaning we can't cook on the Sabbath day. All right? I'm going to explain that to you. Let's get that.
Exodus chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord.
So now we're preparing for the Sabbath. So let's prepare, meaning cook, store by food. All right, read.
Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which you will bake today, and seed that you will seed.
Seed mean boil, what you gonna boil, read.
And that which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
So you gotta lay it up, lay your food up for the Sabbath day, and you eat on that that's already cooked. But you don't light no fire to cook on the Sabbath day, you understand? What else you can't do on the Sabbath day? Let's get that. Buy and sell. All right? You can't buy nor sell on the Sabbath day. All right? Because that's the day of the Holy Lord. You can't buy and sell. That's why we're saying if we come together as a people, all right, if we unite as a whole, and we just kept the Sabbath day, can you imagine all businesses will be shut down?
Right.
Because we can't buy and sell. All right, now check this out.
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
So, no buying and selling on the Sabbath day.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
What is nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.